Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to an overview of Cadence. Now, anybody who knows us, we have been teaching leaders for how to coach their employees for the past 30 plus years. We saw a market need probably, before anybody else did, quite frankly. And something interesting has happened, especially in the last 4 to 5 years. Coaching's really expanded. Here's the really funny thing that's occurred. So when you think about how traditional coaching works, we typically get on each other's calendars. I'll see you next week or 2 weeks from now, and we focus on your needs. And there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. We do that type of work. Yet we're continually getting more and more requests for, would you work with these individuals? Would you work with these leaders on a one-by-one basis? And it does provide a more private format than group coaching per se. And so what we did is we ended up creating this platform called Cadence. It works exactly like it sounds. It's a greater cadence. So let's say you have an employee who has a negative attitude, lacking motivation, isn't completing assignments on time. By the way, it's the CEO's nephew. How do you have that conversation? And oh, by the way, it's coming up this Friday and it's Wednesday, yet your scheduled coaching session is 2 weeks from now. You can use the desktop, or we provide you a mobile app, and you can actually talk into your mobile app or type into it and say, here's my challenge. I could use some assistance. Now, that's fundamentally how it works. So it allows the student, the client, if you will, send audio, send video, or even just send text messages. Now, we have a team of coaches that will immediately respond, and everybody gets their own assigned lead coach. So here's what's really cool. We then respond with video, audio, or text, and we typically respond the same business day. So we ask for a little latitude of the same business day hours of up to 8 business hours. Right now, we're averaging under 3 hours. Now, how does it work? So essentially what we do is we do an assessment, whether it be for an individual. So we work with individuals and we work with teams. So we have Cadence 1 for individuals, both leaders and employees, or Cadence teams, where we'll coach directly with team members and the leader, focusing on the team collaboration and communication. So the coaching is done outside of the calendar. People will enter, they will share challenges that they're having, or focus areas that we decide upon. They will log that into the platform saying, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm experiencing. We then start the collaboration process. They get real world feedback and coaching in direct correlation to what they shared. Now, we will focus on specific areas, but things come up. And when people need help, we give it to them right away. So essentially what we do is we provide this coach to coach help directly to the leaders or the employee's individual needs. Now, here's the cool thing. There's no waiting. It's immediate. And what we're finding by creating a greater cadence of interaction, people are having more success. Leaders are able to apply coaching in the moment in a much shorter time frame than waiting for the next scheduled session. Number 2, we're actually coaching employees to become more approachable and coachable, to make it easier for leaders to lead and mentor and coach these people. And we're getting back to them in a much shorter time. And the traction is greater because we're drawing upon real world experiences. So when people are sharing what's going on as best they can in the moment and in a shorter time frame, and we start an asynchronous conversation, we now have a dialogue immediately started versus waiting for the scheduled session. Now, let me just share this with you. We have been, for the last 31 years, we have specialized in teaching, training, coaching, supporting, practicing with leaders to coach their employees. We specialize in this field. Every leader has those challenges with their team members. Every set of employees will have challenges with leadership or team dynamics. And this provides a private place for each person to work with a coach on a continuous basis. So again, if you're intrigued by this, let me just share this with you. And let me just take you to this. If this intrigues you, just fill out this QR code, if you would. And let me just hide this text for a second. And just, if you could, just take a snapshot, fill out the form. We'll get back to you. We'll schedule a call with you, and we'll walk you through how the program works and how we could set one up for you on an individual basis. So I'll give you just a couple more seconds here. So I would tell you, in all the years that I've been in this field, which is about 35, I've never seen anything like this. Let me leave you with a quote that I got from a CEO. He said, wow, this is like having a coach in your pocket when you need it. I love this. And we had started this process together, CEO, large billion-dollar company, and we have typically shied away from executive coaching. What he wants is help coaching his executive team members and then the level below him, yet he wants his other leaders to go through the same thing. And I'm sitting here thinking, how do we scale this? How do I get all these coaches? Well, we don't have to anymore. And what we're finding is that there's a greater value in this continuous conversation. Now, let me also put minds at ease. We also do one-on-one coaching sessions. Yes, we will schedule. Yes, we will do virtual sessions. Yes, we will put it on our calendar. It just won't be the only form. Yet this is the main thrust of what we're doing with Cadence in terms of coaching. So again, if you have any questions, fill out this form or this QR code. It'll take you to a form, and then we will get back to you as soon as we can. And then we can have a conversation of where this might take us. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.